I now invite Vice Admiral I.C. Rao to come and say something about his friendship with Admiral Thadani.
Sir Gulab, Admiral Shekhawat, distinguished guests, and my brother in the Navy, Admiral Bharat Bhushan. It's an honor to be here at the release of a book written by Stalwart. I first met Admiral Thadani when I was a midshipman, and he was very senior to us. He was a sub-lieutenant. And when he heard that I was going to Gibraltar and I was going to buy a camera, he's always been very helpful. And the diaspora is not a word that has been discovered now. He knew it long ago. He had a cousin in Gibraltar whom his family might know, and he directed me to him to buy this Zeiss Icon camera, which I have, and it still works. Unfortunately, Kodak and Company have stopped making films for it, but it was my constant companion for the following 40 years, and every time I took a picture, I used to think of Sir Gulab. And that is how he's always been with us to help us through our careers. And people may not remember that immediately after he qualified as an engineer, he was the squadron engineer officer of the coastal minesweeping squadron, which was high-tech, and those ships would have been high-tech even today, because those ships were made without steel. They were entirely aluminium. The engines were aluminium, called the Napier Deltic engines. They were the opposed piston engines much before the Russians came. The entire ship had only about 2 or 3 kilograms 2 or 300 kilograms of steel. Only the crankshafts were steel, everything else was aluminium. It was a high-tech ship, much advanced compared to the times of this 1958, and it was only about 30 years later, when the S&Ms came, did we master the art of minesweeping of magnetic mines. So that was the start of his career. After that, he was picked up to be our leader in the infrastructure required for the Soviet-built ships. It was a tremendous task in the mid-60s. He was in the first team which went to Vladivostok along with the first acquisition teams, and they were one of a kind for each specialization, ELC, and I remember his work as the Deputy Director of Fleet Maintenance when the project report arrived in 23 crates which were landed outside his office, and we all of us were only watching from the sidelines how Admiral Thadani would manage. That was the start of the work of the Naval Dockyard, and because of his work he was the first engineer officer of INS Amba, which was again a new concept of how the submarine should be supported. Because of his success in all these posts, he became the Deputy Naval Attaché in Moscow, and during those days he was one of the few people who knew what was going on, and he could speak Russian, unlike the others who neglected that skill. He was always supportive of all his juniors, and we benefited from his advice when he was the command engineer officer. And he always had the amount of energy, and all I would like to end with is our run ashore to Sea Lord in Cochin, which I don't know whether it exists. It was the only nightclub in India and he found it. Thank you.
May I request Vice Admiral Bharat Bhushan to also come and share some of the naughty things that Admiral did.
Admiral Shekhawat, Guest of Honor Admiral Nathani, and of course Admiral Thadani sir. Flag officers, serving and retired, ladies and gentlemen. My friend I.C. Rao has already said all the nice things which I wanted to say. However, I'll mention about our time together. My term of 6 engineer officers came and joined the Royal Naval Engineering College as midshipman when Admiral Thadani was already in his last but one term or something as marine engineering specialist. Despite all the difference in our respective seniorities, he was kindness personified, as witnessed his advice to I.C. Rao and me about going to a fellow Sindhi's store in Gibraltar to buy duty-free goods and things. This, I think, was in a Diwali party in London somewhere. We used to have locally also, there were no Indian restaurants in Plymouth in those days. So we used to celebrate Diwali by having a party ourselves, and we used to cook our own food and eat together and drink together. And Thadani Sahab, Sir Gulab was always our leader. There is a beautiful photograph at my home with Sir Gulab, Amar Thukral, Su Misra, Lohana, all stalwarts of the Navy, apart from the 6 of us, and Pakistanis also. They used to join us for Diwali party. Well, let me tell you something that you will not see in his book or not spoken by others. This is the memory I have of our variety show in RNEC Menenden, where every term used to put up a show. And the senior marine engineer specialist term gave a striptease show. They picked 6 or 7 of the hairiest people possible and they dolled them up with the blonde hair and tights and everything and all the other paraphernalia, and they did a striptease to the tune of Take Back Your Mink from Guys and Dolls, film Guys and Dolls. And as they said, take back your mink, they take off the mink. The leader, I think, of this was a Canadian, strapping Canadian chap, but the hairiest of them at the back was our Sir Gulab doing his routine in the can. This memory we can never forget. It was great fun and it remains with me forever. Later on, after he came back, he was my boss in Naval Headquarters also. He was Deputy Director of Marine Engineering when we were youngsters, his juniors. And then he went to Moscow as Deputy Naval Attaché. And later on, he was sort of supervising me for another project in which I was involved. And I have to say that Pushpaji, Mrs. Thadani, was grace and charm personified. We also had the pleasure of, I think, going for dinner to their house in Sundarnagar, Das Studio House in Sundarnagar for dinner. And all in all, we have had very good memories of life with Admiral Thadani. He is a great raconteur. I have no doubt He's written a fantastic book. I commend you to read it. Thank you.